All right, so today we're gonna be reacting to sorts of Nikocado Avocado. If you don't know, he had a transformation, as you can see.
I feel as if I'm monitoring ants on an ant farm. One follows another, follows another, follows another. All of these lost and bored people. People consuming anything they're told to consume.
He's taking the mask off.
So I am the villain because I've made myself one. And you.
Okay, so what I'm getting from this whole video, he basically made himself obese, morbidly obese, because let me show y'all real quick. So basically, Nikocado Avocado, he has been a mukbang YouTuber, if you haven't noticed. Pretty much he is so used to just like, sitting around eating like the most weirdest, randomest food, like green zombie noodles, Takis noodles, uploading the same video twice for whatever reason, and then just also doing like other collaborations and stuff. And so he has been criticized for most of his life on YouTube, at least for his content creation career, for being morbidly obese and like promoting like a unhealthy lifestyle. This was him, like, I would probably say 7, 8, or whenever he posted this video. I'm not gonna lie to you, because the whole just this video, what he made it was is like he lost 250 pounds within the past 7 months.
Having lost 250 pounds.
That is that is impossible, because the thing about mukbang YouTubers, like, it, as much as a popular genre is, it's very much misleading, because a lot of times when you talk about mukbang YouTubers, they're probably just eating just maybe a small amount of food they have on the table, and just just leaving it at that, and then just like using the other food as like prop content, like as like food models or whatever. But with him, he went from this,
I'm very glad that we added vegetables. Hi everyone.
and then to that. And not only has he continued to do mukbangs, but pioneered his career off of just like being morbidly obese. And so going back to the original video we were watching, he actually eats his entire plate, his entire palate. Like, if you see the time-lapse video of it, like, he eats the entire palate. And maybe if he didn't eat that day, that's fine. But if he had like a 3 servings a day, that is unhealthy. And I applaud him for losing the weight. I applaud him for doing that, but that weight is going to come right back, because not only was he eating that, but he's also eating cheesy ramen with his parrot. Being 2 steps ahead means, and in context of what he said already in the video, he basically did this as a social experiment. He did this as a social experiment to show how cruel the world is, to show how evil the world is, how mean the world is, and just like showing them that people were just using him for content. People were just like was like thriving off his downfall, his health downfall, I should say. He was making booze of money off of just like him being fat, and just making him use as content. And now, like, I wouldn't even say 7 months, because like you can't lose 250 pounds in 7 months. Basically, within the span of like a year and a half, probably he might have backlogged the video to just show that it's a 7 months difference, but it's a lot longer difference. He could have lost this weight and to prove you all wrong type mentality, which I'm just like, good for you, my guy. You did a lot. You did a lot of self improvement. You did this, that, and third. I mean, I'm not mad at anybody, for getting their health right. I need to get my health right. But at the end of the day, he's using it as a social experiment. Now, normally, I don't care. A lot of people say that's his business, that's his health. That's why are you talking about this, Lawrence? And I'm talking about this because, for one, he not only monetized this, 2, he got unhealthy off of a social experiment. Like, the idea of just like trying to say like, oh, I'm just trying to prove, people who are mean, people are like cruel, people are idiots. Like, there's several real world examples. You can prove that on a daily. A lot of like the things going on with, in the celebrities right now, like, Diddy, like, for a prime example, Drake. Like, people are disgusting, cruel individual people. Like, you don't need to prove like what we already know. Humans can be the most vile people. But like, you putting yourself through this weight, you become morbidly obese. and with the possibility of getting diabetes, with the possibility of getting chronic heart disease, with the possibility of sleep apnea, like, you know, he had health issues going out through this.
I am not okay at all.
Like, for
I am
example,
not
he has a
okay.
sleeping mask on. This was 2 years ago, by the way. He then had to go to the hospital.
I can't tell if it's here or here. Click the link below and get yourself a cameo.
Like, he monetized all of this stuff for a social experiment. Like, it's not only dumb, because even if you lose that weight and become healthy, you still that all that damage has years of damage like has done. Goji, I think Goji Man, whatever, like a nutritionist did a good video on that. I will link it down below. But pretty much like he explains like the several reasons why his diet was so dangerous for him to begin with. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy he lost the weight. I'm happy he's living healthy. I'm happy like he's doing fine now. But it's just irresponsible to do that, because you're not only just like promoting that to other people, but you're also monetizing that. Like, over shocked outrage. And we already have an obesity issue with this country, where you can get cheap fast food as opposed to just getting healthy, you know, food from the store or whatever. And now it's just like you got kids, you know, showing up to school more and more obese every day. You got adults going to adulthood being obese. You know, you even got some elders being obese, you know, as they, you know, pass on. So it's just, you know, this type of thing isn't just like, oh, this is like his, like, you know, personal life or whatever. Like, when you're promoting this and when you're like, you know, profiting off of it too and making a lot of it, and then 2 years later you're just like, oh, I was playing chess while y'all playing checkers, like, you know, we're different. Like, that's not the flex that you think it is. It's just dumb on your part. This is my thoughts on just the Nikocado Avocado situation. If there's more clips that come out, if he actually does an actual weight loss journey, whatever, I would definitely react to that, because I'll be interested to see how like he pulled this off. Like, it's nothing short of a miracle. I'm not gonna lie to you. But with that being said, if you like to see that, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that wonderful good stuff. Go watch my last video right here. It was a banger. Other than that, stay warm, stay frosty, depending on what part of the country you're in, and peace out.